everyone, appreciate you tuning into this episode of The Wolf's Den. Today we're going to go over how do you find clients for your landscaping and or hardscaping business. Clients are the backbone of a business. They are the people that allow you to perform services. They're the ones that allow you to afford trucks and vehicles and develop or allow you to hire employees. So without clients, you really want to have a business. So being able to gain clients by following some of these steps really would help develop and grow your business to do bigger and better things, to become more profitable, and just help grow your business to where you want it to be. So the first step in finding new clients is, before you even find a new client, you have to realize and get a sense of who you are trying to target. Who is your ideal client? For us, I went over this in some other podcasts of ours, but finding our ideal client may be different from someone else's ideal client. So really trying to niche down about what age are they, what part of a city or state or town are they in, what's their income, what's their house size, what's their house value, do they have kids, do they have pets. Obviously we can get very granular on this, but if we're looking at it on a macro scale, definitely at least trying to figure out target income, so you could appeal to a certain demographic, as well as location. That's another huge thing, and age. And then we could get very granular after that, but at least having those three components would help you niche down and narrow down about who you're trying to target. So after you have your clients targeted about the certain demographics that you want to shoot for and try to gain their clientele, that certain demographics clientele, developing a marketing plan and strategy is very important, because if you don't have any directions, a roadmap about how you're going to get in contact with these people, or how these people are going to get to know you and your business or what you do, then it might as well not even be worth your time to do so. So developing a plan and or strategy that showcases what marketing channels you're going to use, how often you're going to use them, how much you're going to spend in them, and just the frequencies of them as well. So for example, for us, we work with a marketing company, Marish or three, really two, but I guess you can call it three marketing companies. So the big marketing company that does a lot of our business to consumer marketing is Marish Communications out of Bethlehem. So every single year we sit down and develop a plan and strategy about how we're going to market and gain clients, how we're going to appeal to our certain demographics that we selected that is the best fit for our business. And by sitting down and planning everything out, it allows us to have a roadmap about how, when, how often, what we're going to spend, so we could budget certain things out. So we do Google AdWords, we do billboards, we do postcards, social media posts, and ad campaigns on social media as well. So there's a couple of things that I can't think off the top of my head right now, but that's a portion of the strategy and plan that we use. And then the dollars that we spend into everything is reverse engineered about how many clients we need for that specific year. So having that plan and strategy really helps us get very clear and granular about what we need to do to gain more clients. Reason being that having that plan is so important is because if you're just going in blind and all of a sudden you don't see your investment coming back, because marketing is an investment, you're going to get disappointed and upset, and there's no tangibles that you could relate back to and say, hey, this worked, this did great, we got 10 new clients this week, this month, this day. let's continue to do it. And this is the message. This is the thing that we were using to gain those clients. So it allows us to learn from past mistakes as well as past successes. So in order to continue to grow, in order to continue to grow the business and be able to gain more clientele, if you have something you could refer back to that either worked or didn't work, it will help you propel that growth in the future. So long story short, just trying to really develop a little bit more clarity on how you're going to target new clients after you find out who your right client is very important. So after you have or you shared your message in marketing with your clientele, they're going to start contacting you. So the next stage in that process is to have a sales system in place. So the marketing, the real reason for the marketing is, one, for brand awareness, to show people just the company name and your messages that you're trying to share, as well as just to get people to call and contact you and get their foot in the door, more or less. And then after they contact you, the next step in that sales cycle is, or this next step in the client cycle, is the sales. So having a certain word tracks that you use and a certain system and a process is very essential to having a repeatable process that could be duplicated from person to person. So with us, for example, a lead comes in via website request, email, phone call. We respond back via phone call and get in contact with them within 24 hours of them initially reaching out. If it's a weekend, then we wait till Monday. But reaching out to them to start that conversation and just to get to know the client a little bit more. Ask, are they, or a couple things that I personally go over is, are they in our service area? Are they looking for a service that we can offer? Does their time frame of when they anticipate to get this project taken care of line up with our current backlog and something that we can handle? Do they have any specifications on what they're specifically looking for, such as paver manufacturer, block type, plant type, anything that you could just get a little bit more information on? And we go over some pricing as well. Does this make sense for us to go out there and come on site and develop a request and a quote for the services that they're looking for if it doesn't line up in terms of what it actually costs to do certain projects such as this? So just pretty much showing all your cards, more or less, and just trying to pull back the onion a little bit with each and every client allows us to, one, make sure that we're pre-qualifying, which is important, which helps you save time, and you can focus your time if you are pre-qualifying with those clients that actually want to do business with you. So that will help you gain more clients, is just by asking some simple questions and putting them on the spotlight, by just getting a little bit more granular about what they're looking for. So then after they pass our, quote unquote, pass our pre-qualification, then we would go out on site and do a site assessment, meet with them, look around the property, take pictures, take measurements, and develop a quote. And then after that, we send the quote out, wait for a deposit and signature, and then we get them on the schedule. So just having something that is repeatable, something that is, it doesn't have to be to the exact word that you ask a client with or ask a question with a client, but at least just having like a one-page step-by-step. It's more or less like a recipe. On a recipe, most people could follow a recipe for baking, for cooking. And it doesn't get so granular about every little detail in the cookbook, but just trying to have the larger points, the most important points listed out on a piece of paper is will allow you to gain more clientele, because once you have that system and process in place, it could be handed off to someone else that could follow something that has been repeated time over time again, that gotten you to where you are currently at in the business. And taking that next step and hiring someone else, a salesperson, an estimator, a designer, would allow you to grow the business and gain more clientele. And you know that they're going to be following in or doing the same thing that you were doing with your previous clientele. So just being able to have a repeatable process that anyone could follow will just help expand what you can do as a business, help expand your capacity, and make sure that it's the way you wanted it to be. Because if there's nothing written down, if there's nothing detailed out about how you want certain things to be said, what's the next step, the clients are going to get confused because they're going to have a different experience with each and every individual in the business if they deal with multiple people. And it's going to be confusing for you to train or for you to hold your other employees accountable. So just being able to have something that is repeatable, something that is being able to be tracked, is very important to gaining more clientele. So another thing that we do to gain clientele, to bring some new clients in, is we offer rewards for previous clients that have referred us. So just say we finished a job for Mrs. Smith down the road, and she told her neighbor, Mrs. Jones, we would give her a $100 gift card if Mrs. Jones were to sign with us for a given project. Are we spending money, and are we? I really don't want to say losing money, because we're really not losing money. If you want to look short term and very micro, then yes, I guess you could say we're losing money. But I personally look at it on a macro scale, saying that if I were to reward Mrs. Smith for being a great client of ours and for talking highly of us, it's going to come back tenfold and just say, we are showing that we care to our pre-existing client base, and that we value their thoughts and their feedback and the referrals. So it's a little bit of an incentive. Word of mouth marketing is huge, especially someone who's directly done business with you previously and directly has experienced your services previously, is the best spokesman for your business, spokesman, spokeswoman for the business. So just being able to notify clients that you have this would allow you to grow a quicker clientele and allow good things to be shared about your business, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on any type of social media, or just seeing someone or client seeing their friend at a coffee shop or at the grocery store, just being able to share that, and it actually gives that former client something to look forward to. And who doesn't want a gift card for just referring you to someone? So it's the little things that we do that really help grow our clientele. It's also rewarding our pre-existing clients and relationship marketing, as well as helping us gain new clientele for the future and helping us to grow our business. So we give our pre-existing clients a gift card for leaving us a review as well, because anything that is going to help our business grow, help develop our brand, help new clients that are reaching out to us organically or from those marketing strategies that we put in place, if they're gaining more trust with us by seeing previous clients' reviews, that's directly helping us gain more clients in the long run. And reviews help boost your Google ranking, help boost the trust that new people coming in would have. I mean, I personally, if I'm going out to a restaurant for the first time and I never been there before, never dealt with them before, never heard of them before. I would just go look them up on Google and just take a look and see how are their reviews, what have people said about them, and if they're good, more than likely, and there's several of them, then I'll more likely go and I'll give them my business, and give them my money. So it's same thing with any type of service-based industry. If you have visual proof of 5-star reviews, positive feedback, photos, it's directly going to help your business, and technically your pre-existing clientele would help market for you. So that's something that we do to gain more clients, as well as rewarding our pre-existing clientele. So one of the other things that we do, which is the last thing I'm going to wrap up with, is our employees, once they're actually out on certain job sites, we give them an upsell sheet. So especially for crews that are going to be on multiple job sites a day, multiple properties a day, not so much a hardscape crew that's going to be there for 2 months. This doesn't really apply to, but you never know. There's obviously things that can come up, but just thinking more realistic. If a certain crew is on 5 properties every single day for 5 days a week, they're going to have many more things to see versus a crew that's going to be on the same property for 2 months, just as an example. So we give our crews, our foremen, the ability to just look for things. So just say if we're doing a spring cleanup for Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Smith giving us a lot of business recently, but no, I'm just joking a little bit. But so just say we're doing a spring cleanup for Mrs. Smith, and our foreman were to see, hey, she has a bunch of weeds growing through her back walkway. And then he would just fill out a form and put paver restoration or paver sealing or whatever that we have, like little checkbox on those upsell sheets. And then he'll fill it out, put his name on, put the day, put the property address, put the client name and all that information, attach pictures, and he would hand that in to our project manager, and then our project manager would bring it into the office, and we'll just take care of it accordingly and reach out to Mrs. Smith and say, hey, we saw that you may need a little bit of help or a little bit of, if you want to focus any attention on this area, we'd be happy to develop a quote for you. Or we could just send over a quote right away and say, hey, when we were out doing your spring cleanup, this is something that we noticed. If you want to proceed, here's a quote. If not, completely understand, but just wanted to bring it to your attention. It shows that you care, you're watching out for your client's best interests, as well as it's directly putting eyes on many other things that a salesperson, an estimator, may not see or may not think about when they're out there. And it also, another thing that we do is on a monthly basis, whoever fills out the most sheets of upsell sheets, then we give them a gift card about who brought in the most leads, who brought in the most potential upsells and whatnot. But the more things that you have coming in, the more that you could choose from, the more that you can quote, the more that you can communicate with your clients, and directly in return, the more clients you're going to get. Even if it's one other client, it's one other job that you didn't have before having these upsell sheets. Anything is better to grow a business than just to stay stagnant. So with having these upsell sheets, it allows us to grow our revenue. One, allows us to have a client invest in multiple services with us, which once they already invested in one service with us, we already have our foot in the door, more or less, and being able to close that second job, that second deal, that second service, is you have a much higher closing percentage compared to just going in there cold turkey, such as someone calling off Google. So just increasing your chances by doing the small things would really help gain that clientele and grow the business in the long run. So with all that being said, obviously I can go on and on, but these are really the core things that we really do to gain more clientele, to expand our brand, to expand who we are as a business, and just be able to help more clients, be able to care about our pre-existing clients, and also to reward our employees as well as pre-existing clients for helping us market, helping us gain new clientele and bring more leads into the business. And if you just start with doing one of these things, you'll directly see positive growth in a direct manner. It's none of this stuff is going to happen overnight. It's just a matter about being consistent with it, and also making it a can't think of the word right now, but just making it habitual. So something that you're going to do every single week, every single day, every single employee. You're going to say this, every single customer that you close a job with, you let them know this. Every single client that you close the job, let them know about your referral and review gift cards and rewards. But just being able to put these things in place will help you grow your business, help maximize the potential that your business has and the capacity that you can handle. And it's just going to allow you to gain more clients. That's really what this podcast, the title of this podcast is all about, is just being able to gain more clients. What can you do to help gain more clients and bring more clients in? Doing these things will help that directly. Obviously, there's many other things as well, but these are the things that we've personally done as a business that has helped us, or that has allowed us to see this return on investing time into these things, and it's something that I felt as though was important for to share with others. So, I mean, with that being said, let me know if there's anything else that you guys currently do that has helped you grow your business, that has helped you bring more leads in, and that has helped you sell more jobs. And obviously, we can all learn from each other. Obviously, we could always be better together. So I think just being able to have these open and honest conversations about what worked, what didn't work, is just going to help the industry, help business owners as in a whole. But appreciate you tuning into this episode of The Wolves Den. Let me know your thoughts and feedback, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.